Hello everyone, this is Jenin and I'm doing a review on the Android 10.25 Android radio slash screen for a Lexus IS 2014 and up with the knob. So it has to have this knob in order for it to work properly. So I'm just going to give my thoughts and opinions as far as what I think about this radio so far. I've had it in the car for about 4 or 5 days now. So as you can see, currently it still has the standard Lexus operating system. And I want to mention that I won't talk about this too much, other than things being a little stretched at first until you get used to it, and now it looks fairly normal to me. There is nothing that's lost. So, I mean, other than the fact that we have a bigger screen, we can still access everything in here just as before, so nothing has changed here. So really the only advantage as far as only difference with this is that we now have a larger display in the car. Secondly, I want to talk about the actual Android system. So how do we get to the Android system? There's really two ways, and you get different results depending how you access the Android system. So I'm going to turn the music up so you can hear what I'm talking about. So if I am, for example, listening to radio and I want to continue listening to radio, I can just tap the screen and it's going to take me to the Android system. As you can see in the background, my radio is still playing. I'm using my knob here to navigate, but I'll go back to the Lexus interface. However, if I go down here and I click the media button, it will also take me to the Lexus interface. However, as you can see, it's currently stopped playing my radio, so it's no longer playing whatever I was doing from my. So this is the same thing really if you're listening through Bluetooth or anything else. If from your stock interface, if you click the media button, it turns it off. If you tap the screen, it continues playing. So let's talk about this Lexus interface. As you can see on here, Lexus takes us back to the interface. We have navigation, which really we can map to any app of your liking. Media, this is just your media apps, so music, videos. I do like using YouTube with tethering. It looks very immersive with this huge display in the car. Go here to media and launch my YouTube app. And let's see, I'll start just something I've been listening to. So it shows up small at first, but we can pinch to zoom. Let me turn this up as well.
I've had as much as I can tolerate. I'm sick and tired of waiting. Now I lost my patience. I can take. Don't make me have to give it back to academics.
So just another video. Really, we can expand everything to full screen, and it really looks phenomenal here. Phone, this is where you can set up your phone to use Bluetooth functions, so making phone calls or listening to music from here. I don't have my phone paired to this, as I still have it paired to my stock interface, so really you can use one or the other. The difference is, and the reason that I don't have it hooked up to this, is that you can only use the microphone that comes with this screen. You cannot use the one that's included in the car, so I prefer to use the stock one. Under Android, we have all of our apps, which can be rearranged in any way that you like. As you can see, mine are arranged the way I want them, and I just installed a few apps that I use, so like my Dish Network app, so I can watch TV, or my NBC Sports. Let's see, we have our DVR functions, which I assume we can just hook up a camera, which I don't have. Phone link, so I don't think this was meant to work, but it actually works pretty well. This is if we want to mirror our Android screen through a USB cable, which I have tried, and it works pretty well. The only issue is that it's all in Chinese, and I either don't know how to change it, or it can be changed. I have reached out to 4x4Shop.ca, which was where I purchased this unit, and it They've told me that it's only in Chinese for now, and that they actually sell a USB dongle, and it's not really supposed to work. And the USB dongle works with Apple CarPlay and Android mirroring. And then settings. So in settings, we have different things. So we have sound changes that we can make as far as sound. We have navigation. This is where we can select our different navigation apps. Backlight, which really I just have set to 100%. Bluetooth. This is where we can set up our Bluetooth, which I actually need to turn off because I don't use it in here. Touchscreen. This is just to test your touchscreen. We have date and time, so this is where we can set our date and time. And as you can see in my car here, it is almost 9 a.m. here, where my car is displaying 3:39. I've tried changing this clock numerous times, automatic time zone, non-automatic, whatever I've done. It doesn't seem like it seems like it turns off when the car is off, so it doesn't continue counting. So this clock is not working as expected. I'll mess around with that a little more, but I have not figured out a way yet for my time to keep updating. Language, just the different languages that we can select. So I'll scroll through here real quick so you see what the options are as far as languages. Back car, so this is our backup camera, which doesn't work at the moment. I'm recording this for me because I'm missing a cable, and they're sending me that cable, which I should have in the next 10 days. But I do want to still show you the different views that we have for this. So if I put my car back in reverse, you can see I have a car on the right hand side, and my camera is really just displayed in here. However, there is an option so I'll switch it back, and so if you can do full screen reversing, so if I put it in reverse now, it will take up the entire screen. As you can see, it still says no signal because I don't have that cable, but that's the idea. Brake, there's a brake detection, which I haven't really noticed that it does anything at this time. Maybe I just don't know. Themes, so these are just different themes that we can set up to during system startup. So when your radio starts up, it displays this logo or picture. We have customize, which just has some different options. You can also change your model, car model type, which actually by default was set to Lexus NX. I had to change it to IS. You can change your driving position, meaning your left or right hand side if you're in UK or something. Phone link, and then CarPlay, where you can set that. Again, that requires a USB dongle that I don't have. Wi-Fi, this is just where we set up our Wi-Fi connection. Restore just lets us reset the device to default version number. So this is running Android 6.0, and it comes with 2 gigs of RAM, 32 gigs of storage. And the last item on the list is just showing our upgrade, ability to upgrade. I assume if we want to upgrade, we'll put it in an SD card and slap it in here. All right, so some of the things that I wanted to mention here are, as you can see here on the right hand side of my car, everything is in kilometers and Celsius, so metrics, and there's really no way to change that to miles or Fahrenheit. Also, one of the apps that I like a lot is this LCD app that kind of shows some information about our car. Again, as you can see, it's all showing in metric as far as speed and kilometers and Celsius. Again, you have the belt and unbelt. If I put my belt on, you can see that it's just going to recognize that I put my seatbelt on. So that's what I have on that. One other item that I want to mention is turning the volume up and down. So I'm going to go back to my radio here, and as you can see, when I'm turning up the volume, it shows what how high my volume is. I'll tap the screen so it takes me to Android. I can still move my volume up and down, but it doesn't really do anything. This is always set to 39. So I'm moving my volume up now, and you can see things are getting louder.
Don't take my word for it.
Or less in volume, but nothing is really changing. So you can control the volume when you're on the Android side, but it just doesn't show you how far up or down you are. So one other thing I want to talk about today is, which I know has been asked in the forums, as far as how easily it is to reach the screen. So I want to talk about what works with the knob versus what doesn't. So really, everything stock out of the system works pretty well. So for example, I can go to the phone part and I can scroll through here with the knob. And really just control things in here through a knob. Same thing goes with media. If I open up the music app and if I have something running, I can, let me just turn the volume down. I can control it through here with the knob. I don't have to touch it. However, if I open up a app that doesn't come installed on the system, so you know, I have a GPS app here. If I launch it, obviously I can't really do anything. Even the included Google Maps, I can't really do anything without touching the screen. So I have to tap the screen. It is a reach. There is no better way to go about it, but as you can see, it just looks phenomenal. Especially, I have to say, especially at night when you have this whole screen running, it just feels like I'm in a theater. You're sitting so close up, it just looks really immersive. So far, I'm really enjoying this unit. So to go back from here, I can again use my buttons here by simply clicking menu, and it's going to take me back to my Android system. If I wanted to go back to my Lexus interface, I can either click radio or just media. So again, media here takes me back to Android, but if I click it again, it's going to take me to the other options that I have on the car. So Bluetooth or whatever, and then radio takes me back to my radio. Let's see, a couple things that I'm just remembering that I haven't showed is, so our climate control up and down still shows up the same. If you are on the Android side, it looks a little different, and again, in Celsius. So I have Fahrenheit in here, and if I move it up or down, it's in Celsius over here. And there is no way to change that. Everything else really works pretty well. So that has been my review. Please let me know if you have any questions, and I'll try to answer those in this YouTube video below. I want to give a special thanks to Fred at 4x4.ca, as he has been very helpful getting this ordered, as it's not listed on their site yet. And also their tech support. I've had some issues with having this installed. There's obviously no videos on how to install it, so I kind of had to figure it out myself. Here's in the corner where I have the GPS antenna installed. They have just been very helpful. They actually gave me a number to call them on WhatsApp, and I shared my screen, and they really walked me through helping me set this up. So it's just been very great. Again, let me know if you have any questions. This has been my review. I'm loving this screen so far. Money very well spent. So thank you very much. Bye.